Okay, so let's go through example 1 and work through this. So again, we're going to annotate. So the graph shows a relation, right? A relation is just ordered pairs. And it's between the speed and a certain number of seconds. Represent the relation in 3 other ways. So the graph is the first way that we're going to represent this relation. They've given me this table, so that's going to be the second way that we're going to represent it. And then we're going to figure out the other 2 ways. So this is X, this is Y. That's always what you want to do first. And then you can put what they actually stand for. So X is seconds. And Y is miles per hour. So you want to have not just the variable, but also the words to describe it. And then we're just going to fill in our X and our Y values. We don't have the middle of the table right now, and that's okay. But the graph tells us X and Y, right? So this first point is at 1, 2. So 1, 2. The second point is at 3, 6. The third point is at 4, 8. And then the final point is at 7, 14. Okay, so I need to fill in the middle. What am I doing to X in order to get to Y? So I start with 1, I end up with 2. So it's getting higher. So I'm either adding or multiplying. I start with 3, I end up with 6. So I have to do the same thing every time. So if I were adding, it would be plus 1, but then it's plus 3. So it's not addition. So I can do 1 times 2 is 2, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8. So to get the middle, what's happening is I'm taking my X and multiplying it by 2. And to write an equation, which is going to be another way to represent this. For the equation, you put Y first. If I want to end up with Y, I'm going to take my X value and I'm going to multiply it by 2. So that's it. And then the last way, the third way, because we have to do 3 other ways, right? They gave us the graph. The last way that you can represent a relation is with words, so a verbal representation. So basically, what does this mean? What does this graph mean? What does this table mean? Well, I think the graph is the easiest way to look at it. So my miles per hour, or my speed, is the number of seconds multiplied by 2. So speed is 2 times the number of seconds. Speed is 2 times the number of seconds. Okay, so we have 4 total ways to represent a relation. We know how to represent a relation with a graph, number 1, with a table, number 2, with an equation, number 3, and verbally, number 4. Now, I didn't fill in the table because the math, they already have the Y values for us, but I could have done 2 times 1, 2 times 3. That's what you would do if you had to figure out Y. But we were given Y. But just so you know what it would look like. 2 times 7. So those are the 4 representations, which to our conjecture. So a relationship, right? A relation between 2 quantities has multiple representations. And the ones we're going to work with mainly are a graph, a table, an equation, and a verbal representation. And so when they say the 2 quantities, they mean X and Y, ordered pairs. A relation is a group of ordered pairs, and you can show that group of ordered pairs in many different ways. The ways we're focusing on are a graph, a table, an equation, and words.